All right, folks, welcome back to the next segment in our little experiment here on our my 98 Mustang. Y'all might remember there's some streaking and all on the hood. I've taped off a test section there. Here, I'll show you, just remind you what that looks like. I'm going to be seeing if I can remove any of that. I don't know if I can or not, but what I've decided on is a pretty unaggressive method to start with, which you should almost always do anyway, is pick the least aggressive method, product, equipment that you think could work. You don't want to get overly aggressive, because every time you do something like this, you're removing a very small amount of paint. And so you want to remove as little as possible. In fact, what I probably should do first is try to wet sand that with something between 3,000 and 6,000 grit wet sandpaper. I'm not going to do that today, although I may try it on the other section further over that's also streaked as bad as this one is, just to see. Like I said, this is a test spot. This is a pretty unaggressive method. You can see I've got my, I believe it's a Mac Shine long throw dual action polisher there, ready to go. And what that means is those pads on a dual action polishers, they rotate, and as they rotate, they go back and forth. And the new technology long throw polishers, this one is a 15 millimeter throw. They have come out with a 21 millimeter. I'm not sure I want to go that far. But the old ones were like 5 to 8, so they would go back and forth like this much. The 15 goes back twice as much. So you get a little faster action, a little more, it's more effective and efficient, and does a better job quicker in my estimation. And the pad that I have on it is a Lake Country orange cutting pad. It's like a medium cutting pad. It's not real aggressive. And I'm going to try that just to see what it does. And a very unaggressive polish. It's Optimum Hyper Polish. It's good stuff, but it's pretty unaggressive. It's only, you know, it doesn't dust, they say, and it has a long working time, and it will remove swirls and minor blemishes. Blah, blah, blah. We shall see. You know, all these products are pretty much pad dependent, as we say. You know, this stuff here might work okay with that pad, but with a different pad, this might work even better. So sometimes when it's not working out real good for you, what you want to do first is try a different kind of pad before you swap out your product, because you may be just wasting products going back and forth with the same pad, and you're not going to really change that much, unless of course you go from a polishing pad to a wool pad. That's an extreme. But I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do here, give you a little demonstration. And as everybody recommends, this is my quick detail, my Optimum No Rinse quick detail. First thing I'm going to do is just prime the pad, as they call it. There's a little bit of dust on there, I saw, but I've already cleaned this with my air compressor and a brush. And they say on the directions here, you can either spray this on the panel or spray it on the pad. I'm going to spray a little bit on the panel, just for kicks. You can do it either way. That's probably way too much, just to go show you. And what I'm going to do is start off with this thing on, I guess I better plug it in first. That would help, won't it? Yeah, buddy. A little goat juice always helps things. All right, there we go. It's plugged in now. But what I'm going to do is start off, you got speed control here. The higher the number, the higher the speed. And I'm gonna throw the cord back over my shoulder so I don't drape it across this part. And it's got a variable speed control down here, which means you can start off at a slow speed like this, just by barely depressing the switch, but if you depress it all the way, it goes up 2 speeds. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off at speed 1 just to spread the product here, and then you'll see me reach down and speed it up so that it can do some work. And you'll see that I'm moving very slowly across the panel. 1, 2 inches a second, something like that. And that's all you need with a DA. If you're using a rotary, of course, you can move faster. But I don't think we need the rotary on this job. That was just to spread the product out. Now I'm going to crank it up to about 3. And I'm going to actually be doing the polishing now. Okay, there you have it, folks. I could tell it's not getting it all. That's why I was going back over that certain spot to see if I could get it. Probably gonna have to get a little bit more aggressive. Let me wipe up my mess and I'll take y'all back in and let's see what we got. Well, folks, somewhat disheartened here, as you can plainly see. That streak or whatever it is, defect from my proper application of the clear coat restore is still there. Although we've got one heck of a shine there now, which tells me that stuff works really, really good. That pad's really, really good, but we've still got a lot of problems here. So I might have to decide what my next step is, if I'm going to go to slightly more aggressive pad, or go to wet sanding. We'll come back for the next segment, folks, when I decide what the heck I'm gonna do. I'll probably end up just having to reapply the clear coat restore in the right way. Oh well. Y'all hit the subscribe button for me so you can keep up with what's going on around here. I appreciate y'all. If you got any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Bye now.